All right, so my onboarding flows have been sent to tens of thousands of people, and on average, we have a 40% free trial to paid conversion rate. If you don't believe me, go watch my last video. I talk all about that there. And so in this video, I'll walk you through my 6-step process to get perfect onboarding flows every single time that will help you not only increase activation, but also decrease churn, and in return, increasing LTV. And so you really want to stick around to the end, because I'll actually show you the exact emails that I'm sending, so you can literally just copy them and use them for your own SaaS company. And before we even get going, I want to recommend that you download this Chrome extension. I have no affiliation with this Chrome extension, but it essentially will allow you to just speed everything up. And so right now you're watching this video, I have everything set to 2x speed. So whenever I'm watching content, it's always at 2x speed, so you can consume more content. And even if someone speaks fast, you can you'll get used to it after a while. Anyway, highly recommend you do that so you can watch more videos and make a lot more money. Here we go. First thing that we need to do is we need to map out your sales process. Essentially what that means is, okay, do you have a free trial? Like, what does it look like, right? So do your users sign up first, and then what happens? Are they starting a trial? Is there a free trial? Is there a free trial? And then they obviously go to paid, right? Or maybe it's they sign up, and then the next thing that they do is they go into their paid plan. Or maybe there is no sign up, and the sign up is just the free trial that goes into paid. So you just want to map this out, okay? This is really, really important. I'll show you here why in a second. The reason that's important is because you want to map out the desired actions. You want your desired actions for your users to take for these things to actually happen. Meaning, what needs to happen? So I'm going to actually spread these out. Like, what needs to happen after they sign up for them to actually start a free trial? If we're talking about Drippy, someone has to connect their X account to the platform. I'm going to actually just get this out of the way. Someone needs to connect their X account. Then they need to find leads. Then they need to start an automation. And then this is where free trial starts. And there's stuff here in between as well. So before an automation, they need to have a good offer, and they need to have a script. And so you need to map this all out. After a free trial, what needs to happen for them to actually go into the paid? And if you don't know, then you really need to figure out, like, okay, what's the aha moment? For us, it is people getting replies from their first automation, okay? If that happens, most of them will go on to a paid plan. And so for them to actually start a free, like, a lot of people will start the free trial, but then 4 out of 10, which is a huge number. Like, the average in B2B SaaS is 15 to 25% free trial to paid conversion. We have a 40%, and this is exactly what we do, okay? So free trial to paid, what needs to happen? You just need more positive reinforcers, meaning they need to have a great experience with their customer support, and they need to have they need to actually get results or see some sort of traction, okay? So what does that look like? They need to make sure more leads are going into campaigns. They need to actually get replies. They need to book calls. And typically, right, like, even before they book calls, they go into paid because they start getting replies. It doesn't matter if they haven't booked calls from us. And just for context, Drippy is a Twitter outreach tool. And so get replies, and then they move on to the paid, because paid is a 7-day free trial, 250 messages for free, paid, and then they start booking calls, and then they start closing clients. Okay, so this is everything that happens. Next thing we need to do, and so you need to map this whole thing out. So feel free to pause this video, just open up a Palooza chart, just get some notes, whatever, pen and paper. You need to map this out. Now, step number 3 is we need to think through what we can do to help them make or take those desired actions. What do I mean by that? So if we know that they need to connect their account, they need to find leads, they need to start an automation, and then they're going to start their free trial, how can we make it so that they actually connect their account, so that they actually find leads, so that they actually start an automation, so that they actually start a free trial? And so you need to think about the reason as to what, and then build emails around that, right? And so whenever you're thinking about what these emails need to look like, you want to think about what the purpose of an onboarding flow even is, okay? Purpose on the onboarding form is this word right here: activation. Activation meaning people take the desired actions to achieve the desired result, resulting in them actually either starting a trial or paying. In this case, if you have a sign up and then free trial and then paid plan type of situation, then the onboarding flow will be essentially its purpose is going to be to have people start the free trial. Then there's going to be another flow for after they start the trial so that they actually pay. But if they don't start the trial, then they can't pay. And so we need to get them to start the trial. So the word is activation. We need them to activate. We need them to actually get value. And the only way to get value is if they actually use the stuff that we're giving them. So they need to connect their account, find leads, start an automation, and then they're going to start a free trial. So first, what type of emails can we send for this to happen? Here's what I like to do. So the first thing I like to do is I like to do a founder welcome. Now, this founder welcome isn't just going to be a founder welcome. It's going to be a founder welcome plus a next steps email. And I'll show you here in a second what that looks like. Okay. Founder welcome plus next step. And this founder welcome will have something along the lines of why we built this. Why we built this. It's typically something along the lines of like, hey, we were running into this issue. We built this tool internally. We started rolling it out to our buddies, and now more people were asking for it. So that's why we rolled it out, right? That's kind of the story with Drippy. We needed a Twitter outreach tool. We built it, and then we started rolling out to just kind of close friends, and then word got out, and then that's kind of how it happened. Founder welcome, why we built this, it builds a little bit of rapport. These emails typically come from the founder, and then you talk next steps, right? So what this looks like is if we go into Flywheel right here, we're gonna go into workflows. And so this is the Drippy Flywheel account. So this software is called flywheel.cx. And then we're gonna go into V2 welcome flow. So welcome flow onboarding form, same thing. So essentially the trigger is a sign up, like we talked about here. So someone signs up, and then all these emails are going to be triggered, the ones that I'm about to show you. So the first one that goes out, so we wait 2 minutes, and then there's a one-to-one email from me, from the founder, saying, hey, thanks for diving into the Drippy ecosystem. And then, so I talk about, hey, my goal when starting Drippy is to help people monetize their true DMs. And if I must say so myself, I think I was successful, etc. Here's how Drippy helps turn your X account into a money printer. And then we talk about steps, okay? Most users will get their first positive reply within 48 hours. Here's the exact path they follow. Why? Because we know that this is the aha moment. And so we walk people through how to get the aha moment. So you want to reverse engineer from the aha moment. Aha moment meaning the moment in which your user receives value, meaning they say, wow, okay, this thing works and I really want to stay on this software, okay? And it's going to be different for every situation. And so first thing we tell them to do is connect their account, and then we have a GIF explaining how to do that. Number 2, find your ideal leads. Number 3, launch your first automation. And if you remember, these go hand in hand with these. Connect your account, find leads, start an automation, and then you start your free trial. That's literally what we're helping them do. 2, find your ideal leads. 3, launch your first automation, and then there you go. And then we're also, right, because we want them to do this so that they actually start a free trial. Not only are we sending them emails to show them how to do that, we're also giving them one-on-one onboarding sessions with our team, right? These onboarding calls make it like the odds of them hopping on an onboarding call and not starting a trial are like close to 0. And so obviously why? Reason being, because if they hop on an onboarding call, we're going to help them connect their account, find leads, and start an automation. And if they do that, they will start the free trial. And then I just make it like I make myself accessible and I make our team accessible. And I say, hey, just hit reply, read every email. I usually respond within an hour, and shoot me a DM on Twitter, right? And so again, it's what we're doing here is we're making it super likely for someone to take the actions that we know will get them to start a trial. Because we know if they do this, they will start seeing replies. If they do this correctly, of course, right? And so we need to activate them. And so that's the first email, and I'll go through them here. I actually just have it all mapped out here for Drippy. And so first they sign up, and the email is a welcome flow. Again, should get people to start the trial. We have the founder intro, next steps. We hit them with a support, and then a boot camp, right? And so the boot camp, again, is just we're helping people get this done correctly. right? Because you can get this done and it not work if you don't do it correctly. If you have an offer for B2B SaaS founders and you're reaching out to agency owners, odds are it's not going to work too well. So we help people find leads and start an automation. Now you can start an automation with good leads, but maybe you don't have a good script, maybe you don't have a good offer. And so the bootcamp goes through how to build a good offer, build for cold traffic, and how to write scripts, right? So it goes through everything that they need in order to like see results with the free trial and everything that they need to actually start a free trial. Okay. So that is how you build out a welcome sequence that is going to get the most amount of people to actually start a free trial. Same thing applies for what happens after the free trial to get them to actually pay. So it's the same exact principle. You want to think about it the exact same way. You want to think about, okay, what is the, like, why am I going to be sending them an email flow? And then, so purpose, and then how do I make it happen? So purpose is for them to start a free trial. What, like, how can I make them, like, what needs to happen for them to start a free trial? And then how can I send emails to help them get this done? Okay. For the most part, it's going to be some sort of founder plus, or in this case, it's going to be like, well, founder welcome, because like you kind of do need to do that, and it builds rapport. Why we built this, next steps, you want to show them where to find support. So here, for example, our last one is where to find support, and this has been an absolute game changer. So here we go. The subject line is need help. Here's how to reach us, 7+ ways, right? So, hey, first name, got questions about Drippy, we got you. Here's how to get help fast. Pick whatever works best for you. You can reply to this email. You can email our support team. You can use the in-app chat box, Slack community, YouTube tutorials, listen to our podcast, book a live support call, right? And then these other, like all these other emails are part of the Drippy Accelerator program, which is the bootcamp that I was talking about. So this last video here walks through how to set up a campaign. That's literally a step-by-step SOP, how to optimize accounts, right? Which is very, very important. This is how to find leads right here. This is how to write scripts. And then this one is why you need an offer built for cold traffic. And then this is just an intro to the Drippy Accelerator program. So it's how to get results in 48 hours. Your Drippy Accelerator program starts now. And then the first one is obviously how it's the founder welcome plus the next steps video. But again, what I want you to take from this video is how you want to think about this. You just reverse engineer from the aha moment, you figure out what actions they need to take, and then you send emails that will help them take those actions. And then you make sure they know where to find support in case they get stuck at any point in time. Now, on top of that, on top of all the flows, what you can do with a tool like Flywheel is add drop-off sequences. Now, this isn't an onboarding flow, but this will make your onboarding flow way more effective. Essentially, what this will do is it will know, right? Because Flywheel, essentially how Flywheel works is it will integrate with an event tracking software like Segment or PostHog, and will allow you to know where someone is getting stuck. So for example, with Drippy, if someone signs up but doesn't add a lead source, we send them an email saying, hey, thank you for signing up. However, you haven't added a lead source, right? And so we help them. Again, the whole point of this is to help them find lead, help them do everything they need to do in order to start the trial, right? And then if they do that, but they don't save the lead source, then they get another email. And then if they save the lead source, but they don't start a cold DM automation, or if they don't add the lead source to a cold DM automation, they get they get an email. And then if they don't start the automation, but they do add a lead source, then they get another email, et cetera, et cetera. The whole point is to walk them, hold their hand from the moment they sign up to the moment they start a free trial, to the moment that they pay, so on and so forth, okay? Just making it super easy for them, making it foolproof for them to actually take the desired actions that they need to take to get value from your tool. All right, now the last step after you've written these emails, the last step is setting up email sequences. Now, to do this, you can do this super easily with Flywheel. If you want access to Flywheel, hit the first link down below the description. You can get started for free if you have less than 1,000 users, so highly recommend that you get started. And there is no other tool out there that will allow you to get everything set up in this way. The onboarding process is super, super simple. So just make sure you check that out down below. Now, once you've integrated with Stripe and PostHog or Segment, you just want to go to workflows, new workflow. You want to select a new event, and then this is going to be triggered. So the first one is just going to be the sign up And then this is typically sign in, sign up. This is typically through a Stripe integration. And then the next one, you typically want to do a wait. And then, so typically 2-3 minutes is ideal. So this is after they sign up. What are they getting? Then I like doing a one-to-one email. So the one-to-one email is different than a marketing email. This looks like it's being sent from your personal email, like the founder email. And here again is where I like to send the like welcome to Drippy, the founder intro, and the next steps. And then I will do another wait. I will do 1 day. And then this is where you want to start sending out your marketing emails. So these are going to be your where to find support, and then these are going to be your essentially how to see results with your tool. That's going to be your boot camp. This is going to be like, again, how to see results with your tool. Super easy to do. Once you're all ready to go, you just toggle. All right, sorry. Actually, what I was saying is that you can just keep going with this. You just keep adding wait timers, and then you just keep adding another marketing email. And then once you have your whole sequence set up, what you can do is you just toggle this live this live toggle, you turn it on, you hit publish changes, and then you are all good to go. If at any point in time you want to see whether or not an email is being sent, you can just select it, you go into runs, and then you'll see the whole run history in here. If you want to edit it, you can go ahead and do that right here. And then if you want to just test it, you can just hit send test email, and you'll see what it looks like. You can add your logo in there. They honestly look really, really good. And then that is pretty much it. And so that is the best way to go about building out your onboarding flow sequences for your SaaS company. Again, just to recap, you want to map out your sales process, and you want to map out desired actions for your users to take. And then you want to think about what we can do to help them take those desired actions. And then we build emails around that. We build drop-off sequences around that. I didn't even show how to build a drop-off sequence. Essentially, all the changes, you just go in here, and then you just hit drop-off, new drop-off. You hit actually, we go back into, let me just get rid of that. We hit this, and then you add the event. So the first event is going to be a sign up, and then the drop off event is going to be, let's say they don't book an onboarding call, it'll be call booked. Let's say they don't. So if they don't book an onboarding call, but they do sign up, then you can send them an email right here. Here we go. If any drop off. So here we go is going to be one-on-one email. And then there we go. You just write your email in here, and you are golden. So that's pretty much it for today. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you for watching. I really hope this was helpful. Sorry if it got a little bit choppy at the end there, but these will keep getting better and better. Appreciate you once again. We'll speak soon. Peace.